What the hell is that? Lovely.
Good morning.
Morning.
Tea and toast? Want it in the lab as usual?
Not yet. I'll eat later.
You need to eat, David.
Later, Stella.
As you say.
What is that piece of junk metal out by the garage?
You mean the bike? I saw that. I assumed it belongs to Sam. It's broken down from what I can tell. That explains the state she arrived in.
It's a bloody eyesore.
Well, since no one ever comes to Dread Hill House, no one will ever see it, will they?
Is that girl lurking about?
You mean Sam? She went over to the university.
Good. Though a fat lot of good that does to my files.
So, what do you think of her?
Who?
Sam, of course. You are a bear this morning. She seems an independent sort to me. A go-getter.
Ms. Everett certainly has initiative.
She's not been any trouble to you, has she?
Trouble? That girl has it stamped on her forehead in letters a mile high. Not that I can't deal with a chit like that.
Well, I hope she works out. That lab is in a state and a half, and I've got enough to deal with caring for the rest of this old monster.
So you've told me. Did the university say anything when they sent her over?
Not particularly. Funny, I thought they said they were sending a medical student, but I told them that wasn't necessary and they must have changed their minds.
She's not a medical student. You'd think they'd have got that right at least.
I know. That's why I think they must have sent someone else. Do you want me to call them?
Doesn't matter now. We appear to be stuck with Miss Everett. Don't get too attached to the girl, Stella. I don't intend to keep her long.
What do you mean?
What I said. I needed someone to sort some things out for me and help with this new experiment. It's very short term.
But you can't just hire the poor girl and send her packing within the month.
I don't see anything poor about Miss Everett.
That shows how much you know about girls. She obviously hasn't got a pot to you-know-what in, or anyone much to care would be my guess. You should have seen the state of her clothes when she arrived, like she's been wearing them for a year. She must be on one of those low-income scholarships, don't you think?
None of my business. The point is, I don't care to have a stranger in the house. The quicker it's done, the better.
Now, don't go upsetting yourself. I just thought it might be healthy to have someone else in the house.
Stella?
I won't say another word on the subject.
Listen, ring the repair shop in town and have them collect that bike. Tell them to do whatever they must to fix the ugly thing.
Why, David? That's generous of you.
Can't have the girl getting stuck here, can I? Have you noticed anything unusual in the house lately?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Signs of a break-in or intruder, or just the presence of someone else in the house.
No. No, of course not.
You have seen something in the house. What is it?
I never said.
You're acting strange.
Now that's the pig calling the cow fat.
I want you to tell me.
I don't care to talk about it.
Please, Nana. Please tell me. It's important.
You only call me Nana when you want your way. Only ever did.
Please.
All right. It was 2 days ago. I was making your bed. I thought I saw a woman in the mirror on the dresser.
A woman?
It was just for a moment. And when I turned, no one was there. It was my imagination playing tricks, and no wonder with how quiet things are in this house.
It was Laura, wasn't it? The woman you saw in the bedroom mirror.
We're not going to start talking about ghosts in this house. It's not healthy, and it isn't fair to Laura's memory. Do you hear me, David Styles?
All right. Relax. A gold star for Miss Everett. The doorbell is ringing. Who can it be?
Oh, Dr. Styles, there's a package for you. Shall I take it down to the basement?
I'll get it. Thank you, Stella. That must be my dialogue generator. There's been a presence in the house.
I've decided to try to keep Laura with me. For years, I've researched the possibility that consciousness or mind is not the same thing as the physical brain. Since Laura's funeral, I swear, I have felt her presence. I've decided to spend several hours a day in the isolation tank visualizing Laura. I don't know what will be the outcome, except probably to indulge my own grief. But if any of her energy remains, then by giving it attention and focus, maybe I can lengthen its influence. Since work no longer interests me, I've decided to make this my work. I will log the results. I've been spending 2 hours a day in the tank. The results have varied. Sometimes I'm convinced I feel Laura's presence. Other times I'm not able to get past my doubts. I still believe Laura is here. I do. Bergson, the philosopher, believed we choose our own reality. If nothing else, I have done that. I'm having new equipment designed that should boost my sessions in the tank. That is all. Laura would be 33 today. Happy birthday, Laura. Happy birthday, darling. Something strange has been happening. There have been several incidents that indicate a presence in the house. The presence of Laura. It sounds insane, I know, but there have been undeniable physical phenomena. Is it possible that through my sessions in the tank, I've given Laura the energy to manifest? I plan to keep a careful record of events as they unfold, and there might be something in the field of psi research that could help. I'll look into it. Laura's presence in the house has continued. I've decided to begin a new experiment to study the effects of imagination. I'll use students as subjects and my fMRI. My hope is to record data on the areas of the brain involved in detailed visualizations. Perhaps using biofeedback, I can train myself to stimulate the same area in my own brain and thus increase the power of my sessions in the tank. This may, in turn, give more energy to Laura.
She's not here now, but I'm sure Mrs. Dalton saw Laura. should take another look at the instructions in Ramuskin's book before I put this thing together. Good. Now I can get started. It seems to be correct. There, that's got it. The dialogue generator is set correctly. I'm hoping Laura will be able to use it to communicate. It's working. Come on, Laura, talk to me. I'm not sure what Laura's trying to say, if that is indeed Laura. The dialogue generator is set correctly. I'm hoping Laura will be able to use it to communicate. I'm not sure what Laura's trying to say, if that is indeed Laura. I'm not sure what Laura's trying to say, if that is indeed Laura. The dialogue generator is set correctly. I'm hoping Laura will be able to use it to communicate. I am. I'm? Maybe I'm trying to come through? That's the gîte rural we lived in, near Saint-Benoît-le-Forêt. Laura at our lake cottage. I wanted to rebuild the memory of a night we went swimming there. I'll take this for a visual cue. I can't look at that dress without remembering how Laura looked in it. She was radiant in white. These are my clothes. Nothing to remember from that. She wasn't wearing that on the night I have in mind. I remember this sweater. She looked great in it. But she never wore it at the cottage. This is Laura's bathrobe. She wasn't wearing it that night at the cottage, but her swimsuit should be around here somewhere. I think I remember what we were playing that night. Now I just have to locate it. Various CD albums. Nothing that I would have listened to that night. The Vivaldi collection. No, I don't think it was Vivaldi.
The Scarlet Furies. Yes, that's the one we were listening to at the lake. The Scarlet Furies. That's one we were listening to at the lake.
Brightened eyes, my secrets lie not far away. His medals many have I answered plea. My general now often.
You still haven't told me what we're doing for my birthday tomorrow. I hope you haven't planned anything epic or embarrassing.
It's your birthday tomorrow? Slipped my mind.
Mm-hmm. As if you'd miss any opportunity to be devious.
His weary head, he lays his body down to rest.
Laura always preferred dry reds in the evening, but that's all I can say for certain. That's far too many bottles. I'll have to narrow it down further. There are still too many bottles. Terrific. That narrows it down to 3 bottles. I can easily taste that many. Yes, this is it.
Now the CD tray is opened. The CD is loaded. The shampoo is loaded in the scent filter.
Everything's set. I'm ready.
Brighten dies, my secrets lie not far away. His medals and his badges hold dull by day. Many have I answered plea, my general
You still haven't told me what we're doing for my birthday tomorrow. I hope you haven't planned anything epic or embarrassing.
It's your birthday tomorrow? Slipped my mind.
Mm-hmm. As if you'd miss any opportunity to be devious. Speaking of which, Dad says he'll be joining us for a few days in Venice at Christmas. Won't that be marvelous? I'm glad you talked me into it. It should be so lovely with all the decorations and the ceremonies in the cathedrals. Blue tiles. Blue tiles. Check the cars, David. Check the cars, David.